Structure decks are in stock. A lot of you guys have been asking, hey Robbie, hey, do you have Albaz structure decks? These sold out on Yu-Gi-Oh! Daily. These are sold out pretty much everywhere else. For those of you been asking, yeah, I put some up. So if you are interested in getting a set of Albaz structure decks in the US, this is your opportunity from me. They will probably be shipping around the weekend of release, give or take a day or so. So you guys can pick these up today. I'll leave a link down below so you guys can grab yours today. I'm back to 30% of you guys not smash the crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it so we can get to 104,000. Welcome to the state of Yu-Gi-Oh! We've had a lot of events happen over this last month here that I really want to talk about, from the metagame, Albaz, and great opportunities for you to pick up. Speaking of opportunities, these Zeus Field Centers you guys see here with the chip on the back here. Yes, that is a chip reader here, along with some of the other great pieces. Unfortunately, these are sold out here, but I'm going to leave a link down below, and if you guys comment on this video, you'll be walking away with one of these 3 field centers and a nice giveaway announced tomorrow morning on Market Watch. So yeah, chip reader on the back that you can program to do anything. Smart TCG's come up with one of the cooler field center designs out there, and I'm going to leave a link down below. That way you guys can get the chance to pick up one of the Zeus ones if it particularly matches your interest for that. So yeah, Smart TCG. It's actually pretty freaking cool. Like I said, I'll pick a winner down below. All you guys got to do is comment, make sure you like the video to get entered in, and you'll get the chance to get one of those awesome field centers. So what's going on in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! Here, ladies and gentlemen, for this month? Well, first of all, let's talk about the central coralized part of the meta here. You know, we have YCS coming up here in this weekend, and we have seen Praying Kids running it on home, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot stress enough right now that when we did the top 5 decks talking about this month here, you saw that Praying Kids has stepped it up. The entire first weekend of regionals were pretty much dominated, you know, not only by like decent high representation of Praying Kids decks, but you also saw what really looked like Praying Kids was winning a majority of these regionals. You shift on back here, you look through like the PPGs and stuff, Praying Kids Adventure is everywhere, ladies and gentlemen, and I think it's very interesting. You know, we put Meow Meow to 1, but because like the adventure package is like so dominant here, but yet we have not hit the Albaz Strike structure deck yet. You know, I would say the next defining rotation point in that game, besides a ban list, will be lurking around the corner here. But Praying Kids has been this crazy dominating force at this point in time. It's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. I've already heard a few people being like, well, you know, we could see Meow Meow go to 1 or to 0. Yeah, we could. We could see them finally end Praying Kids' career out here, but right now, when the best deck sitting in the room, you know, isn't based, you know, or these other like hyper extension decks here, and it's actually just Praying Kids with like all of the sub engines in the world, you know, Destroyer, Phoenix, Enforcer, it's quite impressive to me, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just gonna say that I personally think the best deck right now is really just Praying Kids, and I think that's amazing. Now, for those of you that have watched the videos this week, you saw Aluber go Ghost from the Past, who has been announced for a little while now. We've made pretty good theories talking about, well, what can happen with Aluber, ladies and gentlemen? A lot of people are like, well, you know, there's no reason to reprint it at this point in time, and I was like, well, you know, it really should have a reprint. Like, Konami wants to sell the structure deck. Konami wants players to play the game. You know, they want to sell structure decks now, not in September when tins come out, and a lot of people don't seem to understand that mentality, but that's fine. So the next warping point in the game's point here, I believe, will be the Albaz Strike structure deck. Now, I have heard through the grapevine, and I actually have friends that have the same mentality here, a lot of people are thinking that Mir Jade and Friends isn't going to do a lot of work at the beginning of the structure deck here. Now, even if the Brave version of the deck doesn't, you know, make a step up here, 2 things happen with this structure deck. 1, a lot of decks get a splashable engine, and I cannot stress enough, ladies and gentlemen, the splashability value that this structure deck brings to the game. I think you're very ignorant if you don't see splashability lists. That doesn't mean you need to go out and buy Alubers, but that means that, hey, Cyber Dragons can splash in a branded package. Some of these other decks will get the chance to splash in. Now, if you're trying to, extend things out here and you're trying to, play Alubers and stuff like that, then it's going to get a little bit more expensive. But on base value here, 3 structure decks adds a lot to some of the pre-existing strategies already, which is really what it was meant to do. It's meant to power up Rogue in a way that, Rogue can shine just a little bit better. And that's the thing I like. Now, if the structure deck fails in the beginning of its life, you can think a ban list will probably turn that around. I would say, honestly, if you knock down the ceiling on the format, depending on how things go here, ladies and gentlemen, I do think in the long term that this structure deck will be something that obviously will affect the metagame. And let's be honest here, we've already seen, if Verti Anaconda continues to exist, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, branded fusion, if they go after the DPE package, obviously more splashability and things, but you got a lot of questions to ask yourself. There is a lot of things that can warp around the structure deck. I'm glad to see the budget players get the chance to get some very, very cheap options handed to them in the form of 3 structure decks. And you know what? Dragon Link just got a little bit more budget too. So Dragon Link looking a little bit more exciting is obviously a good thing. Now, that's good, right? Albaz structure deck marks the next turning point in the metagame here. Next month you get Ghosts from the Past. You're looking a little bit further down the pipeline here. You see Dimension Force. I think the metagame come May will get a little bit more exciting. The possibility of a ban list warping things. The possibility of Ghosts from the Past bringing the Agent structure deck into the game. There's a lot of things that'll turn over here instead of what we've kind of deemed like this void format where it's like, yay, Scythe. Speaking of Scythe, we're on the horizon to a ban list here. Based on certain reprints and things coming in Ghosts from the Past here. People are a little bit more skeptical because, Scythe just got the reprint in the structure deck as a common. Why would Konami want to ban Scythe if it's in the structure deck? Because that would hurt the sales of the structure deck long term, right? Which means, Dagda, how you doing? Dagda is one of the things that the player base is kind of looking at right now going, well, I don't want to admit it, but because we have gone after Scythe at this point in time, this is kind of what we have to really consider at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen. So there's that. And then on the same side of the equation here, Hulk got announced for the reprint Ghosts from the Past too. Now everybody's like, oh man, are we reprinting Hulk to ban it? Or are we reprinting Hulk to give the reprint and go after something else? Looks at you, Auroradon. Now you got to ask yourself at this point in time, well, is Auroradon the problem? Obviously, Auroradon and Despot 001 have been pretty major culprits to some of the more shenanigansy things in the format. And honestly, people looked at Despot 001 and been like, you should go. But then, you have more tuner problems along the way. So at this point in time, I kind of think that Auroradon might be the big thing that we might be looking at here. Honestly, this format's not too bad. All right, I give it a lot of crap. A lot of people, I think, give it a lot of stuff too. But if you clean up Dagda, you clean up Verti Anaconda. That's another big one here. And if you clean up, just the other lingering problems. Oh, the adventure package. Oh, do I think that Konami is going to go after the adventure package this early? I don't think so. As much as we want to see the adventure package get semi-limited so we can start seeing less of it, I think it's too early in Konami's book. But cleaning up Dagda, cleaning up Verti Anaconda, some of these other lingering cards that we have Auroradon, if you take those 3 out back and you eliminate them, I think the format's going to get a little bit more interesting until Dimension Force, where things get a lot more interesting. Thurions? Predaplants? Oh, wait, Predaplants. Predapractice? Predapractice getting bought out? Coincidence? I don't think so, ladies and gentlemen. You're 7 weeks away from more turning points in the metagame. A ban list will be the part that will tell. But honestly, that's my thoughts on the current state of Yu-Gi-Oh! right now, ladies and gentlemen. Everything's going A-okay. And the market is continuing to burn. Yeah, who would have guessed? Guys, leave a comment down below what you guys think. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.